Beautiful.
So video, well, storage, since we don't have a chair.
It's a great question.
We don't have a chair to call the meeting to order, so.
All right, calling the meeting
Yeah, you're-
for Urban Renewal Agency to order at 9:53. And I don't have a copy of the agenda for that.
Well, I need to roll anyway, so.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You guys are commissioners in this meeting,
Oh.
just so you know. Commissioner Dunbrow,
Present.
Commissioner Goodwin,
Present.
Commissioner Page. Here. Commissioner Hagedorn. Here. Commissioner McCall Wallace. Here. Commissioner Pittman. Commissioner Redditt. Here. Thank you.
And again, I'm operating without
So
being able to see the agenda. I would imagine the first item is probably approving the minutes.
It is, if you'd like to nominate the chair first, you can do that. If you want to get somebody to. I mean, it doesn't, in this case, it doesn't matter what you do first. So if
Okay.
you don't have a chair, they can say you want to approve the minutes, you can do the chair and vice chair first if you'd like, or you can just run the meeting as if you were the chair. It's not critical.
Okay, in that case, let's just consent agenda out of the gate. We have minutes from the last URA meeting that I don't know that any of us attended in October. And standard procedure would be for us to move forward with approving those. Do we have any concerns with?
I'll make a motion to approve the Urban Renewal Agency Board Special Session, July 21st, 2024.
Well said.
I
Second. Thank you.
Holy moly. Who seconded?
Second.
Paige?
Michelle and oh, I thought it was Mandy.
I think it was James.
Okay,
He was
there we go.
quieter.
Got it, thank you.
All right,
Now it's public comment.
No, did I hear everybody approve it?
two, all
Yes.
those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Minutes are approved. Thank you too much. And public comment?
Yes.
Okay, Laura, I think you are our public commenter for the evening. Oh, no,
Laura, you're on mute. Oh, there we go.
wait.
There we go. All right, you guys, holy cats, what a long evening all of you have had.
My new favorite
So-
phrase.
I know that I just handed you my handout piece and I know that none of you have had a chance to take a look at it, but this is a huge project. And there is some time sensitivity to this. I need to have it submitted to Senator Weber like by the middle of February, even if it's just a little bit. So what I have going is it's a $2 million project is what I've submitted to what her and I are talking about. And so I want to partner with the city. And so I set out 3 different options. Either you guys buy the property and then you guys own the property, and which is with the Stadelmans, Mr. and Mrs. Stadelman own it. And I talked to my realtor and I can send you everything that I have so far with that. And so that is $1,375 or 3,000. That's a lot of money. And or the second one is you do 1 million and I do 1 million. And or the last option is you guys do 550,000 and then I do the balance through this capital project. So this capital project is doing all the renovations to the building, but it would be a huge community center. It would be wraparound services and all of that. So I know I only have 3 minutes. I'm trying to wrap this up quickly, and it's been a long night for all of you. But again, I have to have all of this submitted. I have all my quotes in from the different contractors and everyone else to be able to do a commercial kitchen. Our biggest thing is we've got a fairly, the homeless population obviously isn't as large as Hillsborough, but we've got a pretty good sized homeless population. And so we could provide hot meals during the day. We could provide sleeping during the day. One of my gentlemen, he lives on the railroad tracks. He's very hidden from everyone. And so, it's like providing services for all of them, but then also providing services for all of our seniors. I had one lady who literally had a meltdown because she couldn't find mental health services. And so I'm like, okay, here, let's call this person. So that's kind of what wraparound services are. That's what that means is so people come in and we're the one place that they can get everything provided, whether if they're a veteran or a senior or Joe Schmo living next door. I had one lady who came in who's in a domestic violence situation. And I was able to help her get her pointed in a direction where she could get out of that situation. So that's what this community center is really about. And I think and I really want to partner with the city on this project. It's looking at our numbers going from 64 people to over 700 in a year and 1 month is insane. And then being able to, provide services because we have so many small communities around us that don't have anything. The city of Renonia, Forest Grove, they don't have these kind of places where we can go. And then like the Veterans the Veteran Department of Aging, all of these, they have money in their budget to be able to do outreach projects. And that's what this would be. This would be an outreach project where they have budget to be able to help pay for this. So that's what I'm looking at, wanting to be able to partner with you guys and the city on this, and then be able to have the food bank open 6 days a week. I've got so many families who can't come to the food bank because they're working or all of that. So, and again, I know I've only got 3 minutes, but just to be able to have some direction from all of you and what you guys would like to do. I've been working with Senator Weber on this for for almost a year now, actually more than a year. And it looks really good. I can't say we've got the money until we've actually got the money. But I need to have all my final numbers to her by the middle of February. So I know you guys can't make a decision that quickly, but if you guys could help me with maybe a direction you guys are going, just look at my data and look at the numbers, and especially with the amount of people that we're serving within the North Plains zip code compared to your population. And then knowing that you've got all this low income housing coming in, that even increases our numbers even more. And today was a real eye opener, having all of these people, 7 different homeless people coming in and being able to help them get them into housing and get them the services that they need. And then, you know, we had over 200 people just come to the food bank. And then, like I said earlier, we had 7 families sign up. And one of the families had 6 people in their family. And that's average for us. So our numbers are continuing to increase. So the space that we're in now, which is the basement of the senior center, is so teeny tiny. And being able to give them access to services, because these people are coming to us and they don't know where to start. They don't know how to get housing. They don't know what to do. One of the gals who came in, she's been homeless for years, and she came and I just asked her, I said, okay, we've got coats and we've got socks, and she's like, well, do you have a belt? And it's like, oh, here, I've got that on right now. Here, you know, just being able to give these people something as simple as a belt is huge. And, you know, I'm very passionate about this, but it's like so many people live in their own bubble and they don't understand how many people beyond their bubble need the help. And it's in the North Plains community. It's, you know, it's in it's in our community. And I know I don't live in Banks, or I live in Banks, but I really look at North Plains as my community, you know? So I don't know. I know I only have 3 minutes, but I mean, take a look at what I have to send you. You know, let's figure out how we can make this work. I know I've got this $2 million funding, but Senator Weber said that I need at least 550,000 to be able to get to, with a $2 million budget or a $2 million capital project, I need at least 550,000. That's the last slide that I sent you in the deck that I gave you. So that's the minimum that I need to have, like, promise to be able to take this to the next level. So that's kind of where I am right now. So it's at least 550, but you know, I'm open to any suggestion that you guys have to offer. I'm like, let's do this. Let's figure out how to make this work for the community and the people within the community and all the people who need the help. I mean, look at our numbers for our seniors. You know, we've got so many seniors. I found a program. It's a program for anyone who is 65 and older. They have to make $1,650 a month to be able to qualify for this. We added another 7, so we're at almost 20 seniors who are signed up for this program. I've got seniors who make $960 a month, and that's what they live on for the month. It is crazy. So,
I don't want to interrupt you at all, but I also want to be considerate that it is after 10 o'clock.
exactly.
So thank you so much for all of this great information and for your passion and enthusiasm and, you know, what it says about you as a person, that you've dedicated this much of your life to what I consider a critical service and an absolutely essential part of North Plains' success as we move forward and our population continues to grow. That being said, I don't know that we can provide any kind of guidance in this format tonight with the information that we have available. We are starting the budget cycle. We are starting to understand what our capabilities are within the URA. So my commitment back to you is for us to ask questions, figure out what our options are, and try to act as quickly as possible within what you have communicated to us is the deadline, so that hopefully we can help as much as possible. Does that feel like we've gotten a good start tonight?
Oh,
And-
holy cats, yes.
Here?
And
Okay.
specifically, there's a lot of extra costs for running the homeless shelter. When I did the volunteer fire department stuff, a lot of things were, the homeless people would ride the trains back and forth. And they would get off at the last stop. And there's a lot of emergency response for that, so it's a huge cost. Besides, food. I mean, if we're on a place where we sleep, for homeless people to sleep, I don't know how many are in this community, but if you build one, they will come. So it would be, I don't know if this is something that we're equipped to take on. You say we grew by 400 people. Is that many in our community of 1,900, or are we pulling services from other areas?
Hey, James,
So-
is there any way that I could ask if we're able to pause this part and
Yeah,
get the business that we have to get out the door?
Yes.
Mayor Goodman, my only question really is that this is a less than 2-week deadline. And, so I think that it's important that we're not.
We're not over.
Sugarcoating those sort of things that, I'm not sure why it's just coming to, staff and council at this point. There's a lot of staff work that would have to be done on this. There's a lot of council work. There's also, legal ramifications, et cetera. So, I'm not sure that, I know this is public comment. And in terms of it going on the agenda, this is not something we can sort of commit to at this point.
It's a huge ask,
Right
because
now.
there's a lot of tensions to this.
I think what she's trying to look for is guidance on how to have the conversation.
Right.
Which,
That's, we can have a conversation, but I don't think we can have it by February 15th. Yeah.
So to Commissioner, McCall, it's weird now.
I know.
Commissioner McCall Wallace's point and to Commissioner Page's point, there's not much chance we're gonna hit the deadline, for that, because there's a lot more to it. I think the correct, course of action going forward would be to add it to a council set, whatever we are session,
you were right.
URA session, but we're not gonna be able to commit something by the 15th at that level of funding unless somebody just drops a bag of money.
Yeah, and I'm not expecting an answer today. I mean, absolutely not. But it was, I'm putting it out there so you guys understand where, I'm trying to get you guys to understand where the city really is with your numbers, because I don't think you guys understand, where your community is. I know everything has been focused on the urban growth and all of that, but really it's the people in your community that is having the issues. This is a huge issue. And, I can talk to Senator Weber, see what we can do with extending that. I know it's very late notice. I get that. And I'm sorry, the gentleman who was speaking, I couldn't hardly hear a word that you were saying, but I just wanted to get it out in front of you guys and see how we can work together and just really figure out how to help the community with these services and be able to bring something like a community center, so where people can come in and get the full wraparound services, clear down to having the farmers market, because there's legislation. I'm on the state legislation board for hunger, and people who have SNAP product or SNAP, they can go to a farmer's market and double their dollars going to farmers at a farmer's market. So that's some things that people don't know about. So it's just, I want to be able to work with the city with bringing these services or these, things to the public, and then just working with the city. So I just wanted to get it out there. I wanted you guys to see what I'm working on. I'm very excited about it and being able to help, because the fact that this lady was so excited that I just gave her a belt is crazy. She lives out of her car. Her and her husband live out of their car here in North Plains. So The need is there.
Thank
So-
you so much, Laura. I want to pause you there just because we've got folks who need to actually get back to work, believe it or not.
Yes.
That's horrifying at 10 o'clock at night, but thank you, thank you. This will not be the only time we talk.
I know. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everyone, for all that you do. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you so much, Laura.
All
Okay.
right. Night, night.
Procedurally, we have an election, a vote, a.
Yes, so next time on the agenda is select the commission chair.
Oh, whatever it is.
Chairman of the URA.
Okay, do we do chair and vice chair separately?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
next,
you
Go ahead.
don't need a second when you nominate someone. We didn't go over that when we did
So
the,
what's the procedure then?
you just nominate someone and
Okay.
you can nominate, I mean, you can
Any
nominate
of us?
someone and someone else can nominate someone. You don't need a second to nominate someone. I mean, I went through this with the attorney after the.
You just go down the list and.
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
gets
and
it
so,
on
yeah,
the way.
then you go down the list as they were nominated and take a vote and I mean, it could be the first one that gets the most ayes and that's the one, you don't go any farther than that one. If that one is a tie or doesn't, I mean, yeah, you start at the top and go down,
All right, let's get started.
so.
all right, I nominate Commissioner Dunbrow as chair.
A second.
I guess we don't need a second.
No,
Anybody else? That's okay. I didn't hear that.
Let's,
Anybody else?
let's go to votes.
Okay. I love getting out of here. All in favor of Commissioner Dunbrow being chair?
Aye.
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 Nay, or any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Beautiful. Do we need a vice chair?
Yes, so,
Does that now come to you to,
yes,
or
so, any nominations for vice?
I, go ahead.
I nominate Councilor Page.
I will nominate myself. Can I do that? Yeah. Okay.
You have it nominated? Aye for Ariel.
Wow.
That's, all right.
Hold on. we didn't
Anybody
vote.
else?
So any other nominations?
Don't everybody volunteer at once. Okay.
All right, so let's see, Councilor Page, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed?
Nay, because I'm trying to listen to you, James.
Councilor Reddy?
I said aye.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
So that
so
was 6-1.
6-1.
Do you,
You accept?
that's,
Okay. All right, so we are adjourned at 10:16.